Hey, what's up, you? In this video, we're going to speak about how to actually build wealth effectively. Hey, what's up? Back with another video. If you're new here, my name is Delvon Bridges, and I'm a rap artist that turned my bars into business. And I've been in the personal development space for over 9 years. All right, so in this video, I wanted to speak specifically about building wealth simply because you need wealth to survive. You also need wealth to get away from the people that you don't want to be around. That is going to be a key for someone out there. I know it is because it was a key for me. There are people that you don't want to be around, and the only way that you can get away from them is simply by increasing your income and building your wealth. There are bosses that are out there that you want to get away from, and you have to simply increase your wealth to get away from them. There's things you want to do for your family. There's things you possibly want to do for yourself, your parents, and the list goes on, right? And all of this stuff is going to require money. Let's be real. So that's why I wanted to really update my offer and showing the connectivity between emotional balance or, emotional consistency and building wealth, because that's what building wealth is about. The reason why I decided to make this video is because I was simply in introspection and I was thinking about everything that I've been through, all the inconsistencies, all the patterns that, derailed me from where I need to go. And it all fell under one umbrella. Yeah, it was physically moving a lot and things like that. But what came with moving a lot and things like that, I lacked the ability to build healthy relationships, focus on one thing at a time. And because of that, there was a lot of emotional inconsistency. And that's number one to building wealth, if you were going to ask me, is having a level of emotional consistency in your life so that you can stay focused on the task long enough for it to grow. Okay? It's being able to appreciate the things that are in front of you, and reframe the way that you look at things so that you're able to prosper instead of looking at things with a sense of lack, desperation, or hopelessness. If you're going to ask me, that is number one to growth, simply because if you just look at something like investors that are in the stock market, the number one rule is to have a emotional balance, because you're going to take risks and make a lot of mistakes that are costly, that are going to reignite the cycle of distraught if you don't do so. Put real simply, I want you to simply imagine yourself as an engineer or a project manager or anything like that, and you're working on a project for a span of 3 months to 6 months. And I want you to, in one sense, imagine that you have emotional clutter, lack of clarity, and overwhelm. And then I want you to go to the other side where you have meaning, purpose, inner peace, support, hope, and all those things. How do you think your project is going to come out at the end on both sides, right? I'm pretty sure if you have purpose and meaning and clarity and things like that, and an emotional balance, that project is going to come out 10 times better than the other project. Why is that? It's because you're centered in your focus and you're putting love into the project versus fear. Okay, it's a greater sense of faith over fear in your work, and that's what life is. It's just a series and a compilation of different projects, and it's all based on your emotional stamina, your resilience, but your emotional balance. This goes into my second point of how to build wealth. And obviously, this is a simple one. It's simply, what do you believe? I speak about self-concept a lot and things like that, but who are you when you look in the mirror? And you have to really dig deep, because this is all in your subconscious. So it's there without you even noticing it. So you're going to have to dig deep. You're going to have to go into parts of yourself that you don't even realize is there. What do you truly believe is possible for yourself? How do you feel when you say, I am currently making 80,000, 150,000, 300K, 500K, $1 million? Whatever the case is what do you believe is actually possible for yourself? And the only way to gauge that and measure that is to simply evaluate how you feel with the idea of you making more money or making your desired income at the moment. These are the key indicators that are going to tell you what your subconscious beliefs are about your income goal. And if those are not aligned, there is no possible way you're going to find the correct set amount of habits to get yourself to where you're trying to exactly be. Because my final point is this, when it comes to attracting or building wealth, is that It's going to resign all into your productivity and how productive you're actually being. We're not talking about busy. We're speaking about you actually taking the time to figure out what your goals are, what is going to get you to the finish line, and executing, getting those tangible results so that you can properly measure your goals and your productivity, or when you realize you need to pivot to something else. Productivity is numero uno, okay? Productivity is everything. You have to get the job done. It will fall on deaf ears if you do not get what you need to get done, okay? It's no good if it's just in your head. It's no good if it's just on paper. You have to materialize it and bring it into reality. And that's going to require time management. It's going to require consistency. It's going to require discipline. And it's going to require hard work to see everything through until it's here tangibly in your reality, okay? But along with all of that, of those results, of your goals and things like that, comes the wealth. So that's why these are, and these have been tested by myself, that these are the key steps to building wealth efficiently, okay? And it's going to require, again, your emotional centeredness, your emotional stability, your emotional clarity, your emotional peace, your inner peace when it comes to emotions. And it's going to come to a certain level of believability about yourself, your self-worth. And then it's going to finalize in, of course, productivity, bringing those things, bringing those goals, those dreams and ambitions to reality, okay? And if you can do that, I can guarantee you a wealthy life. Hope this video was helpful. It's cooking out here. Hope y'all like the hat. New merch. It'll be available soon. I got the free downloads of the self-worth reset if you want that. And of course, I have the 8-week emotional healing and self-worth course available in the description down below. If you want to get a look at that, check that out. It is amazing. Will transform your life. We will talk soon. Peace.